Chosen one, what I'm about to tell you is not just urgent. It could change the course of your life. Right now, as you're watching this, God Himself is warning you. This moment is explosive. Something you've been ignoring, putting off, or hoping would work itself out is on the brink. And if you don't act, if you don't save yourself first, it could all collapse in an instant. God said, "Keep me out of it because this is on your shoulders now." He's begged. He's warned. But there's only so much divine intervention He can give when a chosen one refuses to take the steps they're being called to take. And make no mistake, this situation, this season, this energy in your life, it could explode at any second. You are standing at a threshold between danger and destiny. The very things you've been praying for, hoping for, and waiting for are moving. But if you're not careful, if you're not prepared, what's coming could burn what you love most. Before we go deeper, you need to do 3 things immediately. Pause this video, hit that like button, subscribe so we can reach 1,000 subscribers, and drop the number 77 in the comments. That number is not just a number. It's a signal to the universe, a shield around you, amplifying the energy you need to survive and thrive in this moment. Chosen one, if your spirit is awake, if you're truly ready, you will watch this video until the very end, because what's coming is not for the faint of heart. Your life, your soul, your destiny, it depends on it. And if you walk away now ignoring this, you might never get another chance like this. Brace yourself, pay attention, and save yourself first. Now, let's get into the truth that could change everything. God has spoken directly to you, not in whispers, but with a clarity that shakes your soul. He is not commanding, not forcing, but warning. This is your moment of choice. The weight of this decision is entirely yours, and it is critical to understand that divine guidance comes only when you are ready to step forward with courage and responsibility. No one else can walk this path for you. The responsibility lies squarely on your shoulders, and God wants you to own it fully. Many people live their lives blaming circumstances, luck, or even God for their failures. But this is different. This is a divine call where hesitation can cost more than comfort. It can cost your spiritual growth and the destiny you were born to embrace. Imagine standing at a crossroads, each path shimmering with possibilities, yet shadowed by unseen consequences. That is where you are now. This is a wake-up call. Your spiritual radar has been primed, your heart prepared for a higher calling, but the universe waits for your decision. God has set the stage. Now it is your turn to act. Will you step boldly, fully aware, or linger in indecision? The consequences are real, and the choice is yours. Keep God out of blame, but let Him be your guide if you dare to follow the divine path. You have prepared, prayed, studied, and grown in ways only you know. Your spirit is strong, your mind sharp, and your heart open. But preparation alone cannot shield you from the storm that approaches. Something enormous is coming, an event so pivotal that it can either elevate you to heights you never imagined or shake you to your core. The tension is real, and the universe is holding its breath, waiting for your next move. Think of this like a seed on the verge of bursting through the soil. It is ready to bloom, but it needs the right conditions, care, and courage to push forward. Every lesson you have learned, every hardship endured, has been a layer of armor for this very moment. You cannot ignore the signs. They are everywhere. Doors opening unexpectedly, people appearing at just the right time, and intuition whispering urgent truths in your ear. Yet, the enormity of what is coming can also be intimidating. Fear can creep in, doubts can whisper, and distractions can cloud your focus. But remember, being ready doesn't mean there will be no challenge. It means you have what it takes to rise above it. Embrace the anticipation. This is the moment where your preparation meets opportunity, and your courage will define your destiny. The metaphorical explosion is near, a moment when everything you've worked for could ignite into profound transformation. But explosions are double-edged. They can bring light or destruction. If you wait, hesitate, or second-guess your instincts, regret will follow. Every hour, every choice, every thought is accelerating you toward this unavoidable point of change. The clock is ticking, and the universe demands clarity. Picture standing on the edge of a cliff, wind howling, and below you unseen currents could either lift you to the next level or pull you under. That is exactly the intensity of what lies ahead. Life is about these moments, moments where courage becomes action and faith becomes reality. Those who succeed are not those who avoid danger, but those who navigate it with eyes wide open, grounded in divine wisdom. Do not underestimate the significance of now. This is not just another decision. It is a defining one. Pause too long and the moment passes. Act wisely, and it becomes the catalyst for miraculous growth. Feel the urgency, honor it, and allow it to sharpen your focus. The explosion is not to scare you. It is to awaken you. Every opportunity comes with two faces, one shining with promise, the other hidden in shadows. A miracle could be waiting for you. A sudden breakthrough, an answer to years of prayer, a connection that shifts your entire life trajectory. Yet in the same moment, traps lie hidden. Manipulations, false promises, and distractions that seek to derail you from your purpose. Awareness is your shield. Look around carefully. Not every opportunity that glitters is divine. Social pressures, deceptive influences, and even your own desires can cloud your judgment. History is full of people who had potential but stumbled because they could not discern the difference between true guidance and illusion. Your spiritual senses, your intuition, and your clarity of purpose are your tools here. They are not optional. They are essential. The choice is urgent and intimate. Pause for too long and the trap tightens. Act with discernment and the miracle unfolds. Think of this as a fork in a road where one path leads to abundance and spiritual alignment, while the other winds into confusion and disappointment. Only you can step boldly into the path of divine favor. God's power is immense, but it is not a substitute for your responsibility. You must save yourself first through awareness, wisdom, and action. Spiritual growth is not passive. It demands engagement, discipline, and courage. Prayers and intentions set the stage, but your choices and actions determine whether blessings manifest. God's energy will meet you, but only when you show up ready. Imagine preparing for a life-changing journey. You have the map, the guidance, and even the divine protection. But if you refuse to move, you remain stranded. This is not punishment, it is principle. The universe works in partnership with your initiative. You cannot rely solely on miracles while neglecting your part. The first step towards salvation is often the simplest but most courageous. Take responsibility for your path. This is a call to empowerment. When you save yourself first, You align with God's timing, energy, and purpose. You stop blaming outside forces and embrace your role in shaping your destiny. It is a tough truth, but a liberating one. The strength to overcome, the clarity to discern, and the courage to act are all within you. Now is the time to wield them. Many falter because they blame God for their setbacks, failures, or disappointments. But in truth, the warnings have always been there. Signs, intuition, and subtle nudges have guided you toward preparation, understanding, and readiness. To blame God now is to ignore the very wisdom that has been offered freely. Recognition and accountability are the first steps to liberation. Think of it like a teacher giving repeated guidance to a student before a crucial exam. The tools, notes, and advice are there, but if the student refuses to use them, failure is not the teacher's fault. Life and divine guidance operates on the same principle. You have been warned. The path is illuminated. The choice to heed the light rests entirely with you. Blame is a trap. It clouds judgment, fosters resentment, and disconnects you from the divine flow. Instead, embrace ownership, learn from lessons, and act with clarity. God's warnings are an invitation, not a punishment. Recognizing this is not only liberating, it is the key to unlocking your miraculous potential. The world is filled with distractions, temptations, and illusions that appear as opportunities, but conceal danger. Deception is subtle. It may come as flattery, as easy paths, or as promises too good to be true. Your spiritual discernment must become a razor-sharp tool, slicing through appearances to see the truth beneath. Only then can you navigate safely through the coming storm. Even the most faithful and prepared are vulnerable to deception if they are not vigilant. False mentors, misleading advice, or even your own ego can become obstacles. Spiritual awareness is not just intuition. It is a cultivated skill that allows you to sense misalignment before it ensnares you. Your heart and mind must work in harmony, balancing skepticism with faith. Consider this a spiritual survival skill. Awareness, prayer, and discernment are your armor. When deception approaches, you will recognize it, avoid it, and continue toward your purpose. Those who succeed do not ignore danger. They anticipate it, learn from it, and act decisively. The truth is often quiet, but it is unshakable for those willing to seek it. Divine power is already flowing toward you, a current of energy and grace that can transform your life if you open yourself fully. It does not force entry. It waits for your invitation, your readiness, and your commitment. Think of it as sunlight waiting to pierce through clouds. If the clouds of doubt and hesitation remain, the light cannot reach you. But once you align your heart and mind, the illumination is unstoppable. Countless examples exist of those who received miraculous guidance because they chose to step forward boldly. A person lost in despair suddenly finds hope. A career stagnation shifts into unexpected success. A relationship heals through understanding and forgiveness. Divine energy works in ways that are both tangible and mysterious, but it always requires your readiness to act, your willingness to trust, and your courage to step into the unknown. Ask yourself, are you ready? Are you prepared to receive blessings that might exceed your imagination? This is not a passive moment. It is a summons to embrace your own power in tandem with God's. Alignment brings clarity, courage, and miraculous outcomes. Hesitation, however, delays what is already destined to be yours. Open your heart fully. The divine is waiting. As the path opens, traps and obstacles will appear, often disguised as opportunities, comfort, or guidance. These traps test your discernment, patience, and strength. They are not meant to punish you. They are meant to reveal the depth of your preparation and the resilience of your spirit. The stronger your foundation, the less likely these challenges will derail you. Consider the stories of those who navigated perilous journeys, heroes in history, spiritual leaders, and even ordinary people who achieved extraordinary lives faced deception, temptation, and doubt. What separated them from failure was not luck, but the strength to remain centered, the courage to act with integrity, and the clarity to follow their higher calling. Your journey is no different. The call is simple. Stand strong. Guard your spirit and recognize the traps before they close in. Every distraction avoided, every false promise declined, and every temptation resisted strengthens you. Your resilience is your armor, and your intuition is your guide. The world will test you, but those tests are opportunities to prove your readiness for divine breakthroughs. The coming days demand your full awareness. Life is moving fast and distractions abound. Without vigilance, the whirlwind of noise, opinions, and false guidance can sweep you away before you realize it. Awareness is not just a mental exercise, it is a spiritual alertness that keeps your soul aligned with truth and purpose. Think of a sailor navigating stormy seas. The waters are treacherous, the winds unpredictable, and yet those who remain alert, steering with skill and focus, reach safe harbor. Life's challenges are similar. Your awareness allows you to see patterns, detect deception, and recognize opportunities. Ignoring it invites chaos. Responding with clarity invites growth. Awaken your senses. Trust your instincts and sharpen your perception. Notice the subtleties in conversations, the hidden motives in situations, and the whispers of intuition that guide you. Awareness is the lens through which divine intervention becomes visible. Without it, the storm overwhelms, but with it, you stand ready to thrive. Divine timing is precise, and God's power is ready to elevate you beyond your current limitations. Yet, the window for action is finite. Opportunities that appear at the perfect time will not linger indefinitely. Every moment you delay, the chance to fully embrace your breakthrough diminishes. God will guide, but your readiness is the key to activation. History teaches us that moments of destiny are fleeting. Great leaders, innovators, and spiritual pioneers often faced critical junctures where hesitation could have cost them everything. The same principle applies to your life. You are standing at a threshold where readiness meets timing. When you act decisively, divine energy flows unhindered. Hesitate and the current may pass. Feel the urgency not as fear but as a motivating force. Align your actions, trust your intuition, and step forward with confidence. God's lifting is imminent, but it requires your participation. This is your call to synchronize with divine timing and claim the elevation that is rightfully yours. Your faith will be tested in ways both subtle and overwhelming. Trials will appear as opportunities, setbacks, or challenges disguised as ordinary circumstances. These are not punishments. They are crucibles designed to refine, strengthen, and reveal your true spiritual resilience. Every trial you face is a mirror reflecting the depth of your faith. Consider the countless examples of spiritual awakening through adversity. Those who endured hardships with integrity, patience, and unwavering trust emerged stronger, wiser, and more aligned with their divine purpose. The same principle applies to you. The tests ahead are not threats. They are invitations to rise to your highest potential. Resist the temptation to despair or blame. Recognize each challenge as a stepping stone, a chance to sharpen your intuition, and an opportunity to demonstrate your commitment to your path. Your faith is not theoretical. It is active, tested, and proven in the crucible of life. How you respond now will define the trajectory of your destiny. Each choice you make is a ripple that expands far beyond the present moment. The decisions you take now will determine whether you move closer to your divine purpose or become entangled in illusions. Life does not allow for passive spectatorship at this stage. Every thought, action, and intention is significant. Think of a master sculptor shaping clay. Each strike of the chisel either brings the sculpture closer to perfection or leaves a mark that can never be erased. Your decisions are the chisel. Your life is the sculpture. Approach each choice with mindfulness, clarity, and spiritual guidance. Indecision or poor judgment now can leave lasting consequences. Choose wisely, act decisively, and embrace your inner guidance. The awareness and readiness you've cultivated are not abstract. They are tools for crafting your destiny. Every moment presents an opportunity to align with your higher purpose. Don't squander it. Your future depends on the wisdom of today. The miracles you've longed for are closer than you realize. Divine timing, preparation, and opportunity have aligned perfectly for a breakthrough. Yet miracles require action. They are not passive gifts. If you hesitate, they may pass by, leaving only the memory of what could have been. Speed, courage, and alignment are your allies. Consider stories of sudden transformation. A single decision, a step of faith, or a bold choice often triggered extraordinary outcomes. Someone prayed for years and suddenly encountered the opportunity that changed their life overnight. Your miracle may be just as close, waiting for your readiness to embrace it. The key is to act with faith, decisiveness, and integrity. Trust that the divine is working behind the scenes, but also recognize your responsibility in bringing the miracle to fruition. Hesitation could cost you a lifetime of opportunity. Boldness and clarity will deliver the blessings you have been preparing for. Now is the time to fully claim your destiny. The world as you know it is on the brink of transformation, and your role is pivotal. Step into your purpose with courage, faith, and unwavering conviction. Delay no longer. The explosion of change is imminent, but so is your breakthrough. Embrace your divine calling with every fiber of your being. You have prepared, you have discerned, and you have faced tests that have honed your spirit. Every experience, trial, and lesson has led to this moment. The world may challenge, distract, or tempt you, but your clarity and purpose will light the way. Act boldly. Protect your spirit. Trust your intuition and move with alignment. This is your moment of transformation where divine energy meets human courage. Step fully into your purpose. Embrace your calling and rise above fear. The world may change around you, but your breakthrough is now within reach. Time is no longer a distant concept. It is a force moving relentlessly toward a moment that cannot be stopped. The explosion is inevitable, not to frighten you, but to awaken you. Every second carries the potential to change your life dramatically. You have been warned, prepared, and strengthened, yet now the universe is urging action. Hesitation is no longer an option. Picture a rocket on the launch pad. Every system is checked, the countdown echoes in the air, and the world holds its breath. This is your life at this moment. All preparations are complete, but the ignition is imminent. The explosion may feel overwhelming, but it carries with it the power to elevate you to your highest purpose. The key is readiness. You must position yourself to receive the full force of this transformation. This means clarity in thought, purity in intention, and courage in action. Everything you have learned spiritually, mentally, and emotionally will now be tested. Your resilience, faith, and discernment are your safety net. Do not wait for the explosion to dictate your destiny. Step forward now. Align yourself with divine energy and embrace the inevitable with open arms. What seems like chaos is actually the universe clearing the path for your breakthrough. The countdown is real, and your readiness will determine your triumph. You are walking a razor's edge. On one side lies a miracle so profound it could reshape your life entirely. On the other, the potential for devastation if missteps are made. The warning is clear. Your path is precarious, and divine alertness is essential. Every decision matters. Every thought carries weight, and every hesitation can tip the balance. Consider the moments in history when leaders, visionaries, or ordinary people stood at thresholds of destiny. Their choices defined not only their futures, but also the ripple effects across generations. This is no different. You are at a point where insight, courage, and faith must converge. Divine guidance is available, but it requires that you actively seek, listen, and act with precision. Distractions and temptations will be amplified, presenting illusions that seem real and decisions that feel urgent but are deceptive. Trust your discernment. Consult your inner voice and anchor yourself in clarity. Miracles are within reach, but only for those who navigate the fine line with awareness and courage. Your faith and spiritual discipline will be tested. If you falter, you risk being caught in the currents of chaos. But if you remain centered, alert, and aligned, you can step into a realm of divine favor that few ever experience. This is your moment of choice, and it demands your full attention. The world is laying traps, subtle, cunning, and often disguised as opportunity or comfort. Every move you make now must be calculated, intentional, and strategic. Spiritual awareness alone is not enough. You must combine it with wisdom, patience, and courage to navigate safely through treacherous territory. Think of a chess game at the highest level. Every piece you move has consequences that extend far beyond the immediate moment. The opponents may not always be visible, yet their influence is real. In life, these traps come as manipulations, false promises, or even well-meaning advice that leads you astray. Awareness is your first line of defense. Your intuition will be your guide. When something feels off, it is rarely coincidental. Pause, analyze, and act deliberately. This is not a time for impulsive decisions or blind faith. Strategic thinking combined with spiritual alignment is what ensures survival and growth. Remember, every challenge, every trap, and every test is also an opportunity to strengthen your resolve. Those who act recklessly fall. Those who act with foresight rise. Approach each moment with discernment, clarity, and courage. The divine is testing not just your faith, but your ability to navigate reality with wisdom. Life is about to intensify its pressure, and the world will present challenges that test every facet of your being. These trials are not random. They are designed to measure your resilience, your faith, and your alignment with divine purpose. You can either stand strong or falter under the weight of circumstances. Every challenge you face is layered with lessons and opportunities for growth. Resistance, temptation, and conflict will come from external forces and even from within yourself. The strength to rise above them comes from your clarity of purpose, spiritual awareness, and the courage to act even when fear looms large. Consider the heroes of spiritual and human history. They were not spared from trials. Instead, they faced overwhelming odds, yet their focus, discipline, and unwavering faith allowed them to transform challenges into triumphs. Your path is no different. This is a decisive moment. Your response will define your trajectory. Stand with courage. Trust your instincts and anchor yourself in divine guidance. The world may test you, but those who are ready will not merely survive. They will rise stronger, wiser, and aligned with their destiny. God's presence is constant, observing your every thought, choice, and action. This is not to instill fear, but to emphasize the weight of your decisions. Every choice you make now triggers ripples that shape your destiny, influencing not only your path, but also the lives of those around you. Imagine the intricate balance of a vast ecosystem. One change in a single element can shift the entire system. Your actions, guided by divine awareness, have a similar effect on your life and purpose. Accountability, mindfulness, and intentionality are no longer optional. They are essential. God's observation is also a reminder of support. Divine energy is ready to amplify your efforts, lift you above challenges, and reward discernment. But inaction, ignorance, or poor judgment can limit this flow, turning potential miracles into missed opportunities. Every decision is a seed, and the harvest is determined by your actions. Choose alignment, integrity, and courage, and watch how the universe responds. Your destiny is not fixed. It is being forged by the choices you make in these pivotal moments. Illusions are powerful. They look real, feel right, and promise fulfillment, yet conceal danger. The coming days will challenge your perception, presenting false narratives that aim to mislead, distract, or trap you. Discernment is not optional. It is survival. Many fall because they accept appearances without question. Whether it is a person, opportunity, or idea, all must be measured against the truth that resonates within your spirit. Listen carefully to intuition, analyze objectively, and seek guidance where clarity falters. Life is full of lessons in disguise. Each illusion is also a mirror, showing where your perception may be clouded or your faith tested. Recognizing the illusion is the first step toward transcending it and reclaiming control over your destiny. Trust yourself and your spiritual connection. When truth is clear, act decisively. When it is uncertain, pause and seek guidance. Those who navigate illusions skillfully find their path illuminated, while those who fall prey to deception experience delay, distraction, and unnecessary struggle. This is the defining moment, a crossroads where your faith will be put to the ultimate test. Circumstances will push, pull, and prod, challenging everything you believe about yourself, your purpose, and the divine. Your response will determine whether you rise stronger or stumble into doubt. Faith is not passive. It is action in alignment with belief. When life challenges your convictions, your ability to stay grounded in truth and purpose will reveal the depth of your spiritual strength. It is precisely these moments that forge character, resilience, and spiritual clarity. Consider the countless stories of transformation that occurred after trials tested faith to the extreme. It was not ease, comfort, or certainty that brought growth, but courage, perseverance, and unwavering trust in the unseen. The universe often tests before blessing, preparing you to handle the miracle you seek. Stand firm, trust your intuition, and take action rooted in divine alignment. Your faith is the bridge between challenge and breakthrough. How you navigate this moment will resonate for years to come, shaping your path in ways visible and unseen. A profound shift is approaching, a spiritual explosion that will transform your energy, consciousness, and perspective. It is not violent in the literal sense, but its impact will be undeniable. The air itself seems charged, your intuition heightened, and your awareness expanding in ways that prepare you for extraordinary breakthroughs. This energy is both a gift and a test. It will amplify clarity and insight, but it will also expose weaknesses, doubts, and fears. Embrace the power flowing toward you, for it carries the potential to dissolve limitations, awaken purpose, and connect you deeply with divine guidance. Preparation is key. Meditation, reflection, prayer, and alignment with your true purpose will allow you to harness this energy fully. Those who remain passive risk being swept aside by the current, while those who act intentionally will ride the wave into transformative growth. Feel it within the subtle vibrations, the shifting consciousness, the surge of insight. These are signals of the spiritual explosion at hand. Open yourself fully, trust the process, and prepare to step into a higher dimension of awareness and capability. Miracles are not random. They are responses to alignment, preparation, and action. The divine has positioned blessings in your path, but only those who are ready, alert, and willing to act will receive them. Readiness is the key that unlocks extraordinary outcomes. Consider the countless stories of lives transformed in a single moment of faith-driven action. A person prayed, waited, prepared, and then acted at the perfect time. Suddenly, doors opened, relationships healed, and opportunities emerged that had seemed impossible. Divine timing is precise, and readiness allows you to step fully into it. Miracle.